Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name is Rochelle and I am doing the weekly collective reading. It's timeless in general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to start with my Wisdom of the Oracle and then attempt to pull as many cards as I possibly can. So, with that, let us begin. We've got Go the Distance, 47. The Tribe in Reverse, number 8. Good morning, Lioness Kitty Cat. Thank you for being here. Oh, and we've got Yin, number 2. Let's see. I'm going to look in my book real quick. I'm looking at this tribe card here. Beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the tribe? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger whole? This will never fulfill you. Now is the time to assess your willingness to be real, stand tall, be you. Authenticity is true self expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high a cost. Okay. So it's speaking to some kind of journey that you're on, um, that is unique to you. And this is a message that has been coming up pretty regularly. I think this is something that is happening in the collective. Um, I mean, obviously it's a collective reading, but it's like it keeps surfacing this idea of sort of singing your own song, dancing to the beat of your own drum, um, forging a new path, doing something that is unique and special to you. Um, and it's something that you probably realize is th- whatever you're doing is it is a journey. A part of this journey has to do with you learning to be actively receptive. So there's this there's this energy of like you're having to learn how to be authentic and put yourself out there exactly as you are, which is it can be a very intimidating kind of thing because that it can make us feel vulnerable, but it's a part of this, a part of okay, I'm trying to think of how to say this because it's like you are um you're kind of being pushed or guided to go in this new direction, to kind of own your whatever you're doing, whatever you're meant to do. And then also be open to receiving feedback for that possibly, or because of you being in your this kind of this very authentic energy, learning how to show up as completely as yourself, not wearing a mask, not trying to be other than you are. Um, you may get a lot of recognition for this or attention. People wanting to, you might notice an influx of people wanting to give to you in all sorts of ways, physical gifts, compliments, um, ideas, wanting to give to you because you are truly giving of yourself. And this can sometimes be rather difficult. It's a lot easier to give than to receive for a lot of people. And so you're both learning how to give of yourself, um yeah, in a very real way, but then also to receive what people want to give because of this. So, okay. um Going with my heart's hidden secrets. Who's here? We've got Mojo, Tarot, and the Sun. Do 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 do. Glad you guys are here. Oh yeah, and today is the solar eclipse. Happy solar eclipse in, I think it's in Aries. New moon in Aries. Right? That's right. Is the new moon today? I think it is. Anyway. Oh, who's leaving? Oh, bye, sun. Or bye, kitty cat. Ah, okay. Bye, bye, lioness. All right, here we go. Commitment, marriage, promises, and fidelity. Bluff, pretending, mask, and exaggeration. Hmm. Taking off the mask. Oh, the new moon is today. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mojo Tarot. We've got obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. Yeah, you're committing to this journey, right? You're committing to this forward movement, this path. Going the distance. Could be in a relationship. This could be just a commitment that you make to yourself, to this journey that you're on. And it's so interesting because we have this mask like I was talking about, which you've been wearing a mask in some way to placate others, to keep people on your side. You've been pretending that you are something other than you are, or that you're into something, or you want to do something, whatever. This pretending, this mask that you've been wearing, it's time to take it off. It's time to yeah, to to be authentic. I'm probably going to say this a lot. And obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction, because of you taking off the mask and choosing to be authentic. um you're going to get a lot of attention, just like I was saying. There are going to be people who suddenly take notice because um in general people are drawn to people who show up just as they are. Sometimes that can draw in unwanted attention, and that's where you learn how to set healthy boundaries. um, but yeah, whatever you do, you may end up doing something that is in the spotlight or that is somehow getting attention from maybe many others, maybe one in particular. We'll see. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go with my spirit animal oracle. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Number 4. That's right. Be fearless and bold. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. 50. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. 37. Um, yeah, once again, be fearless about how you show up, about showing up fully as yourself. That is what's going to help you overcome any obstacle on your path, on your journey, because it takes less energy to just be yourself than to try and be someone or something you're not. That's not to say to try to improve yourself and go outside your comfort zone, but there's a difference between that and wearing a mask and pretending, um, which essentially is negating some part of yourself. Because usually when we pretend, when we wear a mask, it's a form of self protection. So this is like taking off the mask, um, recognizing that you can't be hurt unless you allow that to happen. And that, I think that's a part of the overcoming any obstacle, is recognizing that it's okay to make yourself vulnerable, to present yourself as you are to the world. Because if you do get negative feedback, it's in a way it doesn't have anything to do. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's people's perception of what's going on, but you can just revel in your own energy, basically, and be generous of spirit. um be essentially generous with how you give of yourself, with how you show up. You have a lot to give. You have something really important to bring to the world. So I'm going with the Osho Zen Tarot. And there's Linda. Good morning. All right. Ooh, I just saw 1333. All right, we've got the Rebel. This guy's been showing up a lot lately. This is the Emperor in other decks, which is Aries energy. Yeah. Being the rebel, shaking off those chains, breaking those chains. Inner voice, number 2, which is this is a High Priestess. Major Arcana. Oh, and the High Priestess for me as a reader is all water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And then we've got Innocence, another major arcana, which is, I believe this is the Sun. Yeah. In other decks, this is the Sun, which is Leo energy. Which we have a lion here. Dang, this is big. This is a big shift that you are making. It's a physical journey that is also an internal journey. and the two kind of leapfrog. As you gain more knowledge, wisdom, understanding, that helps move you forward physically. And as you move forward physically, you gain more experience and wisdom and knowledge and understanding. So it's this journey is you, like I said, you're breaking the chains. You can see he's there's chains around his feet. He's kicking off, getting some kind of message. Um, this inner voice is, it's like it's your higher self, we'll say, or your soul, which essentially is an extension of the universe, of the divine. Um, and it's like you're being urged to go your own way, forge your own path. And this is bringing you back to a place of innocence. It's like where you began when you were a child, before you had learned how to wear a mask, that you felt you needed to wear a mask to be different than you are. um, this whole journey is helping to bring you back to that child inside, that that was completely authentic. Like I said, I'm gonna say that word a lot. um, you just you just showed up how you were. You weren't trying to be any other way than you were. And there's this wonderful delight. I love this because there's this great, seems like a great dialogue between these two. It's like they're having a conversation, and just really, um, there's a lot of enjoyment there, and wonder, fascination. Um, this has to do with making friends. A part of it has to do with making friends with a part of yourself that you learned, you were told, I think you were taught, that there's a part of yourself that is um ferocious, that is scary, that you need to lock that part of yourself away. Because I'm looking at this praying mantis, and praying mantises by nature are really, they're very solitary, and they are very fierce and fiercely intense. um and so it's like you doing shadow work. You're following this inner voice, you're breaking these chains, and you're making friends with this part of yourself that you had forsaken, or somehow tried to hide or suppress. And now it's like you're seeing this part of yourself in a whole new way, and feeling quite delighted at what you're encountering. Because despite praying mantises, I don't know if you're, I mean, I'm a huge fan of insects, but praying mantises in particular are such, they're just so cool to look at, and the way they're so still, and they're always watching, and have that cool alien face. And it's like you're seeing a whole other side. You're looking at yourself, maybe at the world, in a new way, where you're not looking at it from a place of fear anymore, but a place of wonder and interest and curiosity. All right, I'm going to pick some cards from the Voice of the Souls Oracle. Happiness, number 6. Happiness. Education. As my grandpa would say, edumacation. 12. Hmm. And reunion, 27. Okay. So yeah, um, your your happiness is coming from this education is you're learning about yourself, showing up in a whole new way. It's a game changer. It's like the world around you has changed and you're kind of seeing it with fresh eyes. You could also be, because of this feeling good, you're ready to, it gives you some kind of inspiration or desire to learn more. Maybe you're deciding to go back to school, or the education is simply, um, kind of how you're learning as you go on this journey, learning learning these new life lessons. And you're the reunion partly in really speaks to me of a reunion with yourself, with the child inside, with that part of yourself that you had kind of pushed away or forsaken. um there could also be a reunion with, um somebody in particular. I'm getting before this tribe. We our tribe changes sometimes as we move through life, and I feel like, um because of you choosing to show up authentically, it's like someone's coming back from the past. Maybe because suddenly you're on their radar, or suddenly because of your change, it's affecting them somehow. But there's this reunion, which, yeah, looks very good. So, let me get some cards from my elemental oracle. Ooh, and I just saw 2222. Ice and purity, 33. Um, I feel like this ice is like this is about the ice melting. This period of time where you felt like you had to put yourself on ice. You had to push away, suppress this other part of yourself. This purity, this is this breaks down to a 6, by the way. um 33. And so your happiness, you, as the ice melts, as you are, reforging this connection with this part of yourself, your your happiness is just, your happiness abounds. I'm getting, we have this purity, we have this innocence, this happiness, there's this just wonderful childlike energy that you are, moving into. And atoms and building, 40. um oh yeah, and badger spirit is 4. Be fearless and bold. It's time to build. It's time to build from scratch, completely, starting fresh, being very, kind of gathering what you need. Your needs have changed, or they will be changing. And so it's like gathering what you need in order to rebuild. And bushfires and fury, number 10. um oh, and lion spirit is also 10. Be generous of spirit. Um, I feel like this bushfires and fury is, um, you may have this new energy within you kind of bubbling to the surface. Like there could be some kind of fury around, like you're starting to wake up to um, the fact that you have been somehow told told the wrong, you were led astray. It's sort of like realizing that you've been told lies for a long this you've yeah, lies have been told to you for a long time, and now you're waking up to the truth, and there's this fury about, maybe what you've missed out on, or um that anyone would lie to you at all. But ultimately I think it really comes from um you know programming. um being taught things because that's what the people who taught you were taught. And so this is like, rather than letting the fury overcome you, it's it's recognizing that you, better late than never, that now you have this information, so now you can share it. You can, however you're showing up differently, is it's meant to be shared with others. Your journey, your path, this is going to be something that is a part of the message that you bring to the world. And it could be too that as you're building, as you're getting back to this childlike part of yourself, that somebody else or others in general are angry about this, because now they've lost control of you because you're doing things in your own way. Or there could be jealousy, or there could be if you're pulling away from the tribe, there could be a lot of anger about this. Ah, okay, I'm going with the Queen of the Moon oracle. Self-love, number 6. um which is also purity and ice. That's 6. And happiness. 6. So yeah, you're learning how to love yourself unequivocally. Nourishment, number 7. I know 7 landed somewhere, but um nourishment. There's a lot of abundance here, and it's nourishing yourself with all the good things that help you to feel better, to think better, I'm getting more productive, more inspired. And the void, number 1. Um which breaks down to a 1, same as bushfires and fury and lion spirit. So um it's taking time. This is about taking time to integrate and to rest. If you're dealing with any kind of, spiritual attacks, or, verbal attacks, hopefully not physical attacks, um this speaks to you retreating and going within, and spending time in the void, where all possibilities exist, and this person is laying on the ground, looking like they're sleeping. So maybe dreams, that's been coming up a lot lately. Pay attention to your dreams. um you're going to get some kind of information about how to proceed. Something having to do with your own anger and learning how to shift it so that you can share of yourself more. So I'm going to get a card from the Abundance Angels deck. Um, Savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self care, self love, and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. And I don't think I actually said it, but this is feeling like you're figuring out what your purpose is, and it was evading you before because until you took off the mask you couldn't see it. It's like, your vision was obscured somehow, because typically when you wear a mask you can't see very well. And so, it's like taking that off, it's like now you can see fully, and now you're like, oh, I know what I want to do with my energy now. I know what I want to do with my life and myself. You're actually interested in caring for yourself, in loving yourself. This is, like I said, this is a whole new way of showing up, a whole new way of being. So, I'm going to finish with the chakra card. Sacral chakra, sensuality. Sensuality and pleasure are my birthright to be experienced with blissful joy. I honor and embrace my sexuality, recognizing the sacred sexual connection with myself and the intimate partner of my choice. It is safe for me to be sensual and sexual and be respected for this. Pleasure and enjoyment are good, clean, and healthy. I experience pleasure. Oh, and we got some kitty confirmation right there, too. Yeah, I mean, gosh, it really feels like somebody who was raised, say, in a very strict, like religious Christian household, for example, where sex is bad and being yourself is bad, and you need to be a certain way to get God's forgiveness and all the things. And it's like you learned that a part of yourself was bad, but now you're coming to this whole new understanding where you're like, oh my gosh, that doesn't make any sense at all. I just took it on because that's what I was told. And so your whole understanding of who you are and how you show up, how you enjoy the world around you and enjoy the people that you are with. And yes, sometimes that can be in a sexual way, and sometimes that's just you know gaining pleasure from being with the people that you truly feel comfortable with and supported by, spending time on your own doing what you love, um kind of being what's the word, like continually drawn toward what inspires you rather than staying stuck with what you have to do. By following your inspiration, that is a part of the journey, and that's what the universe is trying to do, is lead you in a certain direction based on your calling, your purpose, what you're meant to do, because it feels good. Your purpose, anybody's purpose in life, is from it's there's always some kind of enjoyment that you get out of it. it just feels right. That's when you know you're on the right track. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And leave a comment if it resonates.